So it's been only a few months since Royal Enfield had launched their Meteor 350 motorcycle. And well, at the beginning of this year, their first launch is the brand new Royal Enfield Himalayan. Now, the Himalayan is a very special bike for a Royal Enfield. It was probably one of their first products that went further as a global hit across all markets. It had a very interesting design and appealed to a lot of people for its simplicity and, of course, its capability. Now, the Himalayan in India has always been a very popular motorcycle. And I can remember back to the Himalayan Odyssey when I attended in 2014, a lot of customers had come with feedback, and that's exactly how the Himalayan was born. Is that a lot of customers from Royal Enfield wanted a proper off-roading machine that could go over any surface, and that's exactly what the Himalayan has done here, and that's how it's won our hearts over. Now, when the Himalayan was first launched, of course, it needed a few updates and it got them over time, and now here we are with the all-new Royal Enfield Himalayan. So just straight to the facts here, there's only been a bit of a design change. There are absolutely no mechanical changes to the bike whatsoever. It has the same engine, chassis, suspension, wheels, brakes. Everything's exactly the same. The biggest change to the refreshed Himalayan is the introduction of the tripper navigation. This feature was first introduced on the Meteor 350 and has now made its way to the Himalayan as well. Customers can use the Royal Enfield app to connect the system and get turn-by-turn direction on the instrument cluster. To accommodate an additional dial on the instrumentation, the windscreen has been made wider at the bottom. While the outgoing model had a clear windscreen, the 2021 model gets a smoked screen. Now, all these updates come at an added cost, and that means the Royal Enfield Himalayan is now 10,000 rupees more expensive, bringing its ex-showroom price to just over 2 lakh rupees. Now, this still makes the Himalayan one of the most affordable and accessible ADV machines in the country. The other changes have been, of course, for the riding ergonomics. The bars over here on the side have been cut a little bit in front, and they sweep down this side before they would come down this way. And that's because a lot of taller riders have complained about the bars hitting their knees. But in my opinion, I've always ridden the bike standing up mostly, and the bars never ever affected me whatsoever. I think it's for when you were riding on the highway and you were sitting down, where there were times where the bars would affect you. But anyways, nonetheless, customers wanted it, it's been done. And you come to the seat now. Now, I thought the Meteor 350 was probably one of the most comfortable Royal Enfield bikes I've ever sat on. And that's because the seat was fantastic. And the Himalayan also gets the similar padding to that motorcycle now. So the seating has definitely been improved slightly. I always thought the seating was fantastic before, but now even with this new seat, I think it's a little bit better because the padding is really good. And for a guy with a backside as big as mine, it's actually very comfortable. I do think though that the seat is a little narrow for some people, but but it just works somehow. And then when you get all the way to the back here, they have this luggage rack here that's been changed as well. So initially it was a little bit higher, and the pillion rider would complain about that, but what they've done is they've lowered it down so it's almost in line with the seat now. So these are the major changes that they have done to this machine. There are also 3 new colors. You get a green, you get a silver, and you get a matte black, which is right here. And I think the matte black, which we have, is the best looking. It also gets these great decals on here. You got the 01 number as well. So it's a very, very good looking motorcycle with this new color. And when you get to the riding dynamics of this bike, it's still exactly the same as I mentioned. Nothing has been changed. The engine is still very smooth, and the bike is a very tough, hard-made machine that can take on almost anything. We've been riding it for a long time now. I've had the bike for a few days, and I've just been having so much fun with it, as I always do. The Himalayan is such a fun, capable machine, and it never had any hardcore electronics. Of course, you have switchable ABS for the rear wheel, which is needed for off-road riding. It has no traction control, it has no stability control, no electronic suspension. The Royal Enfield is the first launch this year, and I think that we're going to see a very exciting year from Royal Enfield because they have a lot more products coming our way.